So the driver at the center of a crash that killed 4 police officers is a disgraced former mortgage broker with an extensive criminal history. Richard Pusey, 41, was pulled over for traveling at 140 km per hour on the Eastern Freeway in Melbourne around 4:50 p.m. on Wednesday, and he tested positive to drugs. A truck then at 5:40 p.m. plugged into the group of police standing at the roadside, killing 4 police officers before Pusey allegedly fled on foot. Leading Senior Constable Lynette Taylor, Constable Glenn Humphreys, Senior Constable Kevin King, and Constable Josh Presney were all killed. Pusey was arrested at Chemist Warehouse in Collingwood about 9:30 a.m. on Thursday after more than 12 hours on the run. Wow. Victorian Police Chief Commissioner Graham Ashton alleged Pusey took photos of the scene and posted them on Facebook. That's absolutely disgusting. Pusey, who ran Switch Now Home Loan until last July, is an avid social media user, and its Daily Mail reported that he frequently uploads video of himself racing his Porsche 911. His Porsche, which was also filmed speeding down the same highway on March 21, features prominently in his dozens of TripAdvisor reviews of anything from pubs to the Melbourne Airport Skybus. So he wrote all sort of things on the TripAdvisor reviews. Pusey has 13 previous criminal charges against him, including theft and criminal damage charges. He was due to face court over in the next 2 months. His previous criminal matters include being jailed in 2018 for 8 months, with half of it suspended for 2 years, and $346 compensation for intentionally causing injury. A year earlier, he was convicted of speeding 70 km per hour over the limit, and he was fined $210. He also had disputes with at least 2 tradesmen over a 2014 kitchen rebuild at his home that ended up in the Victorian Supreme Court. Hours before Pusey was arrested, he made contact with police and he was urged to turn himself in. He is now assisting homicide detectives with the investigations. Mohinder Singh Bajwa, I think it was the Indian driver that ran into the police. The driver of the truck, who had a medical episode, remains under police guard in hospital. 3 male officers, including one in his first week in the job, and a female senior constable who was standing in the emergency lane on the side of the freeway, were all killed when the out-of-control truck veered into the group. Commissioner Ashton said the police officers were undertaking their everyday duties in helping to keep the community safe when they were killed. He said they were members of our road policing, drug and alcohol section and highway patrol. They were our colleagues, our friends, our squad mates, our family. Each from different backgrounds, each with different life experiences, each with a common goal to keep the community safe. Their families will never be the same, and our thoughts and prayers are with them. Commissioner Ashton alleged he took photos of the dead police and posted them on Facebook. So that was Pusey. The pictures, but a source said the pictures were mostly of the wreckage and had also been posted to Snapchat as well. The Commissioner of Police said the action of the driver were very, very low, and it was made worse by the decision to share the photos of the grisly scene to friends. Josh Presney, one of the officers that was killed, a 28-year-old constable who had only started in the road policing department on Tuesday, was killed at the scene. He only graduated from the academy in November last year, and he was working a short stint in the unit before he was to be transferred to Kew Police Station. Another officer had reportedly been part of the team for 8 years, leaving behind a devastated wife and children, his cousin Trevor told 3AW on Thursday. Commissioner Ashton said they expected to interview Mr. Bajwa, the truck driver, later on Thursday. He's from Cranbourne and they did a warrant through the night at his premises. What was found at that premises is still the subject of ongoing investigation. Mr. Bajwa's university student's son, Godip, declined to comment on the investigation. Connect Logistics, which is the company who owns the truck, did not answer any call. 2020, what a year. Police believe the truck veered into the emergency lane and traveled some distance before colliding with the cars and officers at about 100 km/h. This comes as chilling footage emerges of the Porsche speeding down the same highway months before he was involved in the accident. So there was a motorist called James that had dash cam and actually took a video of Richard Pusey driving his Porsche, speeding as well. I think he should be jailed for a very long time. Just lock him up. When officers from the Road Policing Drug and Alcohol units pulled the Porsche over on Wednesday night, they made the decision to impound the luxurious sports car. They called a nearby highway patrol car for backup. As the officers arrived, the refrigeration truck plugged into all three stopped cars, killing the 2 senior constables and 2 officers as they stood in the emergency lane. Shattered police colleagues and emergency workers across Australia paid tribute to the fallen officers in what is the greatest loss of police life in a single incident in Victoria's history. Chief Commissioner Ashton said detectives were trying to piece together what led to the crash, but labeled the tragedy a crime. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched by a member of the Narrawarren Police Department in Victoria to support the families of the victims.